It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
They always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. Spun away from 1 tackler, but really nowhere to go after that as they stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll drop to throw. Out to his left. The decision to scramble almost got him to first. Just short, 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
He'll try again, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordell Patterson punching it in from a yard away. And the Steamers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First and 10, Taylor now. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, Bridgewater. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Takes it at the 7th. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Bridgewater. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Bridgewater to throw it. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This is fielded inside the 5. (21-0) our score after 1. On to the second quarter. Memphis in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for it. Mission accomplished. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
18 runners.
They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
He's got it. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steamers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Young Way 2 set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, middle of the field. He finds Pascal. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Escaping the pressure right. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And they will finally get to him, but Turn has set him up first and goal at the 5. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Patterson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steamers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Ep.1 told me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I would kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw is Bridgewater. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. And And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be taken at the 10. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. And that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards.
They keep looking his way.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is confirmed.
So Frank Reich had it right as his guys win the challenge.
Ready, set.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steamers just continue to roll. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Young Way Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet. And they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Colts coming out now. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To the right side, this is Taylor. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Steelers.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steamers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Landry. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now in Indianapolis. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Steamers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. They'll give it to Patterson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal. 4-yard line.
Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steamers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Koo now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Bridgewater. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But
They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's Patterson again. And some space here. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 116 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A right side run with Patterson.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Handoff running left, Patterson.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try to run with Patterson.
Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Julian Blackman
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater.
They're going right back to Pittman.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Bridgewater to throw it.
And this one too low.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And
yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't